1996's DragonHeart is one of the purest fantasy films ever made, and is a great example of a they just don't make them like they used to kind of movie. Today I will be revisiting a movie that is a core part of my childhood. It's absolutely peak 90s fantasy. That invokes a warm, fuzzy and nostalgic feeling whenever it's worked its way back into this empty shell of a noggin. But honestly, it is way more tragic than I remember, and I can guarantee it's a lot better than you remember. So let's talk about it. And a disillusioned dragon-slaying knight must unite to stop an evil king who has been granted partial immortality. This movie starts with Bowen, who is played by Dennis Quaid, training young Prince Einon in the way of the blade. I too am familiar with the blade. I live by it. Ooh. Hey. Not only that, he is trying to instruct him in the noble ways of knighthood, being a better man, and future leader of the realm. Bowen really cares for the young prince, and you can tell he's really invested in developing this young prince into becoming a good person. Prince Einon's father, the king, decides to go and slaughter some common folk who are getting awfully rebellious. Or as I call them, filthy, filthy paws. Get away from me, poor people. Ooh. The king meets a timely end by the hands of some nice mob justice. In the scuffle and the fray, Einon is injured and punctured through the heart. And let me tell you folks, I'm no doctor, but I don't think that's very good for you. Bowen and the Queen and some soldiers take the injured and dying Einon to the only thing they believe can save him, which is the dragon named Draco. Draco gives Einon half of his heart on the condition that he will promise to be a good leader, a good man, better than his father, a noble man, all of the good stuff. Einon accepts the offer from the dragon Draco and goes on to become a virtuous and humble and just all round great guy. I'm just kidding. He almost immediately goes back on his word. It was like he was like, yes, no worries, Draco, I will do that 100%. And Draco was obviously not aware that it was opposite day, because he basically does the exact opposite of what he agreed to. Gotcha with the oldest trick in the book, Draco. You should have checked what day it was. Silly goose. Or dragon, should I say? Because Draco saves Einon's life, a boy he genuinely really cares about, he pledges an oath to help the dragon whenever he is in need, and pledges, you know, his sword to help him with any conflicts or issues he may have. What a good guy. I mentioned earlier that Dennis Quaid is playing the role of Bowen, the once noble knight. And this movie is firmly on his shoulders and the dynamic between him and Draco, who is voiced by the absolutely legendary Sean Connery. Yes, James Bond does voice a dragon in this movie. So yes, Sean Connery, the man who turned down the role of Gandalf in Lord of the Rings because he couldn't understand the script, thought, you know what? I think I understand playing a fire-breathing dragon a lot more, so I'll do that. That is a 100% true story. You can Google it. Make sure not to whip it out at parties though, because you may attract way too many ladies. Huh? Draco and Bowen don't really connect and become friends until later in the movie, and we do actually get a bit of a time skip. So we move forward in time and Bowen is completely abandoned Einon because of his actions. He's now a dragon slayer. He does this because he stupidly thinks that Draco's heart corrupted Einon. I get we need some conflict in this movie. You have to be next level stupid to not realize that this kid was gonna end up being evil little dickhead. You may have been dropped on your head as a child. Properly dropped. Possibly even hunted to the ground. But Bowen ends up hunting Draco down, not knowing that he was the dragon that gave his heart to Einon. It's just another day on the job for this guy. Committed to his work, gotta give him that. And after a fight ensues, the two characters find themselves in a stalemate.
If your teeth come down, my sword goes up right into your brain.
If your sword goes up, my teeth come down!
They then form an unlikely alliance. Basically, Draco is safe from Bowen going after him and trying to kill him, and Bowen is able to trick and scam villagers out of their hard-earned gold by pretending to kill Draco. Also, I will reiterate, Bowen has no idea that Draco is the dragon that donated his heart at this point. That does come later. Don't get out of yourself. Settle down. This is where we get a really great scene between Bowen and Draco. You can really tell that Connery's having a really fun time with the role. Like there's so much enthusiasm and love in every line he delivers, as well as just like obviously pretending to be a dragon is like one of the coolest things ever. So brother, I can't blame you. It sounds like a good time. Chasing children around, breathing fire, you know, trying to eat livestock. Those are some of my favorite things to do. You know, don't knock it till you try it. Everyone's got to have hobbies. But the dialogue between Draco and Bowen, it's just really fun. And like there is a level of hostility from Bowen at the beginning. He refers to him as Dragon and then names him Draco, which just means dragon. So he calls him Dragon, basically. Dragon D's nuts, am I right? He hates him for the simple fact that he is a dragon. So yes, Dennis Quaid confirmed dragon racist. But as the movie goes on, of course, they slowly warm up to each other more and become genuine friends and have care for each other. And this happens even after it is revealed to Bowen that Draco is the dragon that donated his heart. They have an argument, but you know, Draco shows like, hey, I'm a good guy. You like me. It's not my fault that little piece of shit's a piece of shit. That's your fault. It's not his fault. It's his dad's fault. It's probably his parents' fault. Always blame the parents. I will say, overall, the CGI looks pretty good in this movie, especially considering it is, you know, 1996 when this movie came out. The CGI looks great, especially at nighttime. Obviously, you can hide a lot of imperfections at nighttime. That's usually when I do my best work as well.
What do you mean by that?
Draco's design is really good. He's just like a classic looking dragon. He's not a wyvern. He's got 4 legs and 2 wings. It's different. Look it up. The movie was filmed on location in Slovakia, and man, does that just add so much to this movie. There's just something so special about seeing like the rolling hills and the castle ruins they film in, and just the environment itself just adds a level of authenticity to the movie. I hate to be like that old man complaining, but I really miss this era of filmmaking. There was such a good mix of like practical effects and on-location shooting and some CGI mixed in. And I think too much of any of those things can make a movie worse. But stop that. But a movie does really hit different when it combines all of these elements together to become a great movie. The middle section of this movie is a little bit light on plot, I'll say, and we just get a lot of like Draco and Bowen interacting and having fun and being best buddies and scamming villages and doing all that fun stuff. And that may seem like a bit of a knock that it's light on plot, but honestly, I'm here for it. It's just a really enjoyable section of the movie where it's just like fun and a dragon and a guy hanging out. And it's like, yeah, bro, you're living my dream. Stop rubbing it in my face. And this section overall is, I feel like what I remember almost most about this movie, the feeling that it gave me, it's just very, very nostalgic and wholesome and lovely. And obviously this movie does have some sadness in it, but we'll get to the sadness in a bit. Let's stay in the happiness zone for a while longer, while we can. I wanted to highlight something in this middle section in particular, which is like one of the most like breathtaking scenes in the movie and just like one of my overall favorite shots in cinema history, and I'm not afraid to say that. This scene is repurposed for one of the movie posters. I'll put it up here. I will say overall, I don't know who designed the posters for this movie, but they did not have to go as hard as they did, because my God, the posters in this movie are fucking sick. I'd put these on my wall and kiss them before bedtime. They're that good. So throughout the movie, we get little sprinkles of what that little creep Einan is up to. He's obviously grown up now. He's actually played by David Thewlis. He's a phenomenal actor, and he's just great in this role. I will say, Einan, he's next level evil. Like proper fucking evil. Go down the little highlight reel of what he gets up to in this movie. He kills this girl's dad. He enslaves an entire population of people to build a castle. He then tries to marry and force himself on the woman whose dad he killed. He also blinds that guy earlier, I forgot to mention that. And also, he kills his own mother. Yeah. And she was like a nice mum too. She wasn't even like mean to him. She was really nice to him. So that's crazy. So yeah, I guess you could say Professor Lupin has been a bit busy. Also, it's funny, his right-hand man is played by Jason Isaacs. So yeah, we've got Professor Lupin and Lucius Malfoy just hanging out together. Jason Isaacs doesn't do a lot in this movie. He's got some, lines here and there, but he just has that like natural evil guy energy, He's got the face for it. I'm sure he's lovely, but he's got the face for being evil. Look at this guy, evil incarnate. We also learn in this section that Einan is basically immortal because he has half a dragon's heart. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Don't know about you guys, makes complete sense to me. After Bowen tries to redeem Einan and reason with him for the final time, definitely fails, but he tried. Can't knock a guy for trying. Draco and Bowen join forces with the common smelly folk to stage a Rebellion. And we get some really fun action scenes here. Overall, the action in this movie is really good. This just like, once again, the fact that it's all like on location and practical, and this era of filmmaking in general just had really great and tangible action scenes where things were done on a location, not on a soundstage. It just all looks really good. And you know, there's bits that are outdated and a little bit goofy, but overall, it just makes it more fun. You can tell that the creators in this time period, and this applies to DragonHeart as well, they just really give a fuck about the product they're making. And I think that is something that sometimes the passion doesn't bleed through with modern day movies like it does with movies back in the day, and particularly DragonHeart. Its action and overall everything is just really enjoyable and fun to watch on screen. Except for this next part. It's good, but it's sad. Draco is captured by Einon during the fight. Bowen and Einon have their final showdown. We and Bowen come to realize what Draco has known all along, that for the kingdom to be safe and freed from the clutches of their tyrannical, evil, and pimply little leader, Draco must die.
Please! Please! No!
Draco calls back to the oath that Bowen made to him on the fateful day where he gave up half his heart to an evil little boy. Bowen stabs Draco through the heart, killing him and Einon with one strike.
Yeah, double homicide. Bitch. No, I'm sorry.
And this used to absolutely ruin me as a child. Like, I'm actually kind of getting a little bit choked up talking about it because it's just so sad. I used to rewatch this movie a lot when I was a kid, like a lot of kids do, just watch the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I can remember I would watch it with the hope that somehow the ending would be different and Draco wouldn't die. Yeah, it didn't work. Didn't work. Really fucked me up. Taught me a good lesson though.
Fool me once. Shame on you. It fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
And I'm not gonna lie, it still really hits. I don't know, something about it. Like I think as well as like a kid, I didn't fully grasp like the weight of what Bowen does. Like obviously I know he killed his friend and that's really sad, but the fact like you see how much he cares about Einon as well, it's like, oh my god, he's literally like killed the two most important people to him in his life in one go. Crazy. Now, do I think DragonHeart is a perfect best fantasy film ever made? No, absolutely not. That's Lord of the Rings, obviously. And I mean all three of them, thank you very much. But it is near and dear to my heart and a core part of my childhood. And I don't know if I would be making videos like this or have watched as many movies as I have if it wasn't for DragonHeart igniting that passion inside of me. I love this movie and I'm so glad I revisited it. I hope you guys too. Thank you very much for watching. What are some of your absolute favorite childhood movies that just give you that feeling, give you that good feeling inside? Have you seen DragonHeart? Do you like it? Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to chat with some of you guys in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and thank you very much for joining the video. I love you. Bye-bye.